Hi, Jessica. How you doing? And then Jessica is from Tennessee. So when we go to Tennessee, she'll be our driver and stuff when we're down there. So everybody got a chance to meet everybody yesterday with Jessica, and then Jessica got a chance to meet everybody else today. So almost everybody's getting a chance to see each other. And so Anthony says he's jumping on right now, and then his wife will be coming in soon too. It's so much to get all this stuff going.
Wow, we have
It's a party! Hello, everyone.
Hey, so you know what? Hey, so let me start this, and then I'll jump on. This is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, worldwide TV network, womanontv.tv, and iTeam247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. So I got to introduce everybody. So Sherry, Maxim model out of British Columbia. Linda, Team Steele, Fit Steele. She is everything. Too much to talk about, but she is everything, which is why I like her. Former two-time gym, #1 fitness person in the country at one point. I don't have the correct title, but Linda will tell you. Victoria Renee, one of my favorite singers in the whole wide world, which is part of our Tennessee brand, based in Los Angeles, with a fabulous husband, Lincoln. So State Hospital, the Grand Ole Opry, everything down there, Alabama, Tennessee. And then out of Tennessee, Jessica Heim, Miss Performer, Miss Buttercup, Miss Putt Putt, and everything else I can call her. I love giving her nicknames. So we're waiting for CuteBooty to come on. Linda, let's start with you. Linda, tell everybody where you come from, what you do.
So I have been in Chicago my whole life. I've been in the fitness industry for 17 years. And when I started, I was actually a stay-at-home mom who knew nothing about anything. And all I knew is that I needed to get myself in shape. Tried doing it on my own. I failed horribly. And so I finally did what I should have done in the first place, which was hire a professional. And I hired a trainer who taught me this amazing program, which is the program that I still teach today. And it's really just based on the math and biology of the human body. So it's never wrong. It never goes out of style. It's not a fad. It's really just balancing out your nutrition with your cardiovascular activity and with training. And in addition to that, it helps with your mental well-being. So it's just awesome. Brian takes a
Hello there, Kelly.
If my family and I took that call, he would be like, Steele, what are you doing?
Yeah. Right? No, that's so cool. I would love to hear more about that program. It's just good old tried and true. Don't reinvent the wheel.
That's exactly what it's all about. I have people coming to me all the time, people I've been training for years, and they've given me thousands of dollars, and they're like, hey, what do you think about, Weight Watchers? And I'm like, well, I mean, why would you? I'm giving you the answers to the test. I've already given you all of the answers. Why would you stop what you're doing? It's so simple.
Just use that little bit of knowledge and that little bit of focus towards what you're teaching, and you can have everything you want without having to be in a program like that.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So I started teaching the program after I learned it. I realized, oh my God, there has to be thousands of other people out there who don't know what they're doing, and they were doing the same thing I was doing, everything wrong. And I decided to become certified and get into the field. And within a year and a half, I built up my schedule, my credibility so hard that I was, from a national gym chain, out of 4,500 trainers, I was the #1 female trainer.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of things do people do wrong? Like, what are the
some of the basics? They do way too much cardiovascular activity. They think, if I burn calories, I'm going to get fat off my body. But yes, if you burn calories, you eventually burn fat. But the problem is they do too much cardio. Their body temperature rises too high for too long, and your muscle cells start dying. So over time, you have less muscle on your body, which is in charge of, burning your metabolism, moving and burning calories. So you think you're doing a great thing, but you set yourself up for long-term failure. In addition to that, they undereat calories because, again, they think food makes me fat, so I must not eat. And then you're sweaty, and you don't have any nutrients in your body, and again, all kinds of bad things happen. You go in starvation mode, and so forth. It's a big whole.
So everyone, we got Kelly on. Kelly, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Hi, Kelly. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you since last September at the Olympia.
How are you? Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Good. So I want to start with, we got Sherry Nelson in British Columbia, Canada. We have Linda Steele, Team Steele in Chicago. We have Jessica Heim in Tennessee. And then in Los Angeles, we have Victoria Renee Han.
Hi, nice to
Hi.
meet
This is
you.
Kelly from CuteBooty.
Also, welcome.
And Kelly, you look good as usual. I haven't
I have not even put my face on yet, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, you look
See,
good.
she has her face on. Sherry, you look amazing this morning. Eyelashes and
Oh,
all.
thank you. It's something about the lighting. I don't know why I've got this hue right now, but I'll.
I like it. You look like an angel.
It's a soft glow. It works. Yeah.
So Kelly, as everyone knows, I've been, Linda knows about this. Victoria definitely knows about this, and the other girls who aren't on. I've been talking about CuteBooty ever since last September. So when Linda Steele and I talked to Solomon about the Olympia, everything being moving, I'm like, no matter what, whether the vendors are there or not, I want to help CuteBooty specifically because I love your brand. Like I said, when I first met you last September, I love what you made, even though I couldn't wear it. But I said this, I can wear it. Anthony, your husband can wear it. I'm going to wear it. So I'm okay wearing it.
And he did wear it. He had surgery on his leg and he had to wear compression. And he was just like, just grab something from the warehouse. And I thought to myself, okay, I will. So I got the leopard pair and I made him wear those for the next 2 weeks.
Looking like a 70s rock star.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, he's 6'2", 235 pounds, and it was just hilarious. I took as many pictures as I could.
That's awesome.
You have to. You gotta document that stuff.
Right now, if I could show anyone, because he would freak out. But yeah, I have it just in case.
Well, when I went
You
to the
should
store,
probably
Amanda
pull 'em
showed
up.
me which ones he was going to wear. He was wearing like, I would, if Anthony can wear them, I will wear them. So that's what I said. Hey, talk about what's going on with your store because you got a beautiful location. And no matter what, I love, and I was telling the girls, I would do anything to shoot in there small with whatever small little team I had because you just set it up and it just looks inviting and it's beautiful. But also talking about where you are with your beautiful mask now too.
Well, okay, so, we all know it's a weird time. And, it's a time where self-reflection, reflection on your business and like what really makes sense for the future, right? And the reason why we opened up that mall store is not because all of a sudden we want to have brick and mortar. It was for us, it was marketing. It was a marketing where you have 25 million people coming through that mall a year. 70% of them are women. And so from that point of view, it was kind of a break even for us because we are 99.9% online. And so now that COVID has hit and it hasn't necessarily strained shopping because we've seen a spike in sales on the website. But what I think is happening, especially in indoor malls, is there's so many restrictions. It's not making it really friendly for shoppers to come back in. They're only letting 25% capacity. Everyone's is a one-way situation. You have to take appointments. Now, the fun of shopping and finding and exploring new brands is walking around the mall and just, how we do. We go into this weird shopping zone where for 3 hours we roam around in circles and we discover new things. And I feel like that's really being taken away from people. And for a brand that is still not recognized internationally, nationally, for us, we're still debating on whether or not we want to keep that big, beautiful store open that we've put our hearts and souls in. And I kind of feel like if I'm going to make the decision, I have to let that go because sometimes you can't hold on to the efforts that you put in or how much money you spent or what people are going to think if you close the doors. Because for me, closing the doors wouldn't be failure. It would be making a smart financial decision based on what the heck is going on. And, I'm going to be honest with you, for the first 2 weeks, I'm sure you guys can relate. You're like, what the hell is going on? What is this? And it was really scary for entrepreneurs. For me, myself being an alpha female, if I'm not doing something constantly, I feel like a loser. Mm-hmm. And obviously that's not the case, but it's true. If I'm not busy, if I'm not doing something productive, if I'm not working on my business, if I'm not moving, I feel depressed. So for 2 weeks, I laid in bed. I couldn't get out of bed. It was just like an inner sob of what was going on. And Anthony said, you have to make masks. And I'm thinking in my head, like, I'm not making a fucking mask, excuse my language. We're a clothing company. Why am I going to make masks? And he goes, make a mask, make a CuteBooty mask, make it fit to your brand, whatever you guys are doing. He goes, trust me, just do it. And reluctantly, I was like, fine. So I got one of my manufacturers, and he's all, well, we're trying to follow, what they're telling us. We can't reopen. I'm like, well, masks are necessities, so please open back up. So we started making CuteBooty masks, and the response was, I mean, I can't even tell you. I was blown away. And it not only was something that people needed, but it reinvigorated me to get back to business and get back to what the business really means. Instead of just cranking shit out that you hope people are going to buy, crank shit out that you feel connected to and that you can give to your customers from something within you. And so it's kind of changed my perspective on how we should do things. And you know what, to be honest with you, it's cut down our expenses from reconfiguring things. You don't need 400 million people helping you with all this stuff. If we stop pretending we're so busy and stressed out and really get back to what we started it for and interacting with our people again and see what's really going on, I think that you save a lot of money and you feel more attached to why you originally started it. So that's kind of where we're at.
I've showed a lot of my friends, a lot of my girlfriends, your website, and your fabrics are amazing. And I think you're in the right place at the right time as you adjust to your new normal. Like you said, it's almost a benefit because there's going to be less costs. And your fabrics are already amazing, and you can tell the fit is going to be wonderful. So when I give to my some of your clothes to my friends, how do you size your like for a small person? Do you size down? Do you size up? But yeah, your clothes are pretty great.
Okay, so we have a very unique sizing system. I actually came from runway, right? So I didn't start in the fitness industry. I didn't have any dreams. I didn't even really know that there was a whole world of opportunity in the clothing industry, in that industry. So I was like stuck on, I'm going to be the next Versace or whatever. And that went out the window really quickly. But what I did learn is how to properly size people for their curves and their shape. Because with runway and things like that and having private clients, you learn how to measure people. Well, how do you measure a woman? You can't. A size small is not the same as another size small as another size small. It's so different. And when you shop these normal brands and all you can get is small through extra large or extra small through large, to me it's ridiculous.
Mark.
So we have but I know why you do it, or why people do it, is because it's really expensive to keep a large pattern archive and be able to sell those different sizes when you're not quite sure how it's going to work out. So we do double extra small to triple extra large. Oh. And what we have to educate people on is just because you're a small in Lululemon doesn't mean you're going to be a small in CuteBooty, because we are measuring very specific parts of your body. So you may be a medium. Sometimes people get so offended and we're like, don't look at the tag, look at our size chart and really worry about how the pants are going to fit your curves, how the pockets are going to look on your hips, how the front situation is going to be situated correctly, because you're not trying to wear them too tight and pull them up too high. So that's really where it came from. And it also comes from years of measuring people. And, I did my size chart like pantyhose, when you go and it's like that whole graph. And a lot of clothing companies don't do that. They just give you basic measurements, right? Like 36, 28, 30, 42 or whatever, you're a medium or whatever. But so on my size chart, I measured hundreds and hundreds of women and I compiled it in like a pantyhose type size chart. So you can go and you pick your height and your weight, and there's a little graph of colorful pink blocks, and you can kind of do it that way. And then if you're on the edge and you have more curves, you want to size up. If you're on the edge but you have less curves, then you can stick to the smaller size. So that's kind of what we do, and we have to really educate people, especially when she gets past a large, because really people start freaking out then about not being, I'm not a double extra large. I'm like, well, you are in CuteBooty, because if you want to get the extra large, you can fit the extra large, but the pockets are going to be weird. You might have a little CT. You know, anyone can squeeze into a size below what they should be wearing. It's not that hard because of the stretch, but you just want the proper fit. And so we really try to educate on that. It's about how you feel and not what the tag says.
Right, right. So just because it zips doesn't necessarily mean it fits. Right.
And just because it fits you doesn't mean you should be wearing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. You know, some fabric.
I heard someone say there's no such thing as muffin top, just wrong sizing. I'm like, oh, you know, I support that. I'll get behind that.
Agree.
Yeah. That's smart.
Linda, I always look at you as being very, very fashionable. What do you like to wear when you in gym? For Kelly, for instance, you didn't know, Linda used to own 2 gyms out of Chicago. You can imagine. But the thing was, she's a very stylish person. No matter what, when she's talking to her fans, sometimes her fans may pick out her items or her shoes, but she's always wearing just beautiful things. Victoria has got that body when she's on stage singing. It's almost CuteBooty is stylish for her. She wanted to wear it on stage. She could rock that on stage. But when work out, it works well for her too. So I'm looking at these things, and these are some of the people I was telling you about when I first met you.
I actually remember you saying every single one of these names. So it's really cool. And it's an honor to be on this Zoom chat with you guys. But, you know, it's like when you hear something so many times and you're like, oh, I wonder who she is, or I wonder what she's like. And then to have it all in person, you know, it's
coming
awesome.
Together.
You know, when I'm working out, Brian, to answer your question, I always like to look nice. Of course, when you're a personal trainer, it doesn't matter what level you're at. I was always one of the top trainers in any club that I ever trained in, but it doesn't matter what level you're at, whether you're the owner or a brand new walking in the door, you're on stage, and every member in that gym is watching your training techniques. They're watching what you're doing for one of two reasons. They're either thinking about hiring you as a trainer, or they want to pick up some of your tips. So they're watching you. So whether trainers realize it or not, we're on stage. We may as well be up on a pedestal in the middle of the gym doing our thing. So I always found it important to always look good. I tried to, you know, make sure that my hair was done every day, my makeup was done every day, and that I had a great outfit on every day. You know?
Yeah, it's the same thing for rehearsals for recording artists. If I look homeless in rehearsal, I dance homeless. It does help if you feel cute. That helps you get into it way more.
Absolutely. And you know, my clients, you know, they would hire me because they want to look like me. So they're like, how do I do that?
Well, yeah.
And if you draw attention to yourself by having a really, you know, stunning outfit on, of course you can't help.
How do I get what you have?
Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. So I've always, you know, that, Brian, even if I'm running to the hardware store, I have 6-inch heels on and whatever, you know, so I always make sure that I'm wearing.
But Kelly, your fabrics are really amazing. And like Linda said, you know, if I go to the gym and I'm looking for a trainer, and if I saw Linda, obviously her physique, well, that's what I want. And then I'm a gold girl. So if she had, you know, your metallic fabrics and things, I'd be like, okay, there's my goal. I want to look like Linda. And when I start looking like that, then I'm going to reward myself with those pants, because your fabrics are a standout. And like it says on your website, you can wear them in the gym and outside the gym. They're everyday clothes.
They are.
Yeah, you're got very unique fabric.
Thank you.
Good eye.
That's something I always was really particular about, especially with prints. And I feel like that is a mistake of a lot of new designers or people who are trying to get in the industry and trying to be different, right? There's a such thing as over designing, and I really feel like you have to kind of pull it in and tone it back a little bit, because you want to stand out and you want to be different and you want to wear the bright colors and you want to wear the leopards and the metallics, but there's a fine line for me of cheese. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that the fitness industry has also realized over the past 10 years, is that you don't have to be all, you know what I mean? You already look amazing. So you don't have to put firecrackers on it, but you can put a really nice outfit on with some elements that pop, And that's what gets the attention. You know, I feel like as a woman, you shouldn't walk down the street or be seen in the gym and people are like, what the fuck is she wearing? They should be like, what the fuck is she wearing? Like, that is bomb. You know what I mean? And it's the same words, but it's a completely different vibe or tone. And I feel like lately, like I said, this past 5 or 10 years, women have really honed in on that and have been a little bit more particular about how they're finalizing their look. You know, and so that's where I think CuteBooty kind of steps in and makes a difference. You know what I mean? You've got your brands that are scared to step outside the box, so you can get your basics, your black, your navy, your burgundy, your olive, right? And then you've got some of the other people who are just like way overboard. You know, it's this like design tactic on top of trend, on top of trend, on top of trend. And at the end, you're just like, whoa, okay, wow, that's a fancy outfit there.
Well, and
you
like
know,
you said, after a workout, many of us, we don't just go home. You're either running to the grocery store or meeting your girlfriends for, lunch, and you'd still want to look nice, but you don't have the time to change. So when I think about what you were just saying, the Versace of the 90s, that amazing look, well, maybe you're becoming that of the fitness
yeah, so it's
industry.
like when you're dieting or when you're keeping your routine, right? You say, well, this was my thing. Pick one bad thing today. Am I going to have a piece of bread, some sugar, or a drink, a beer? So then you just pick one. That's kind of the same thing in fashion. You pick one thing. So if you want to show your boobs, the rest of the outfit should be really like on point and somewhat conservative. If you want to show your butt, then everything else it just shouldn't be like, where do I look? Bam, 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 bam. It should be like a complete full thing.
J-Lo said that once in an interview about how to look sexy and not slutty. She goes, if you're going to show your stomach, then cover up your cleavage. If you're going to show your cleavage, cover up your, don't wear all of it at once. One thing.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're going to wear leopard, you don't trim it in like shiny gold with Swarovski crystal sparkles, unless you're on stage. That's a completely
all right. I guess I have to throw that one away.
Yeah.
But
So Jessica,
every
Jessica,
costume piece I've ever worn for a show out.
I was going to say, Jessica, as a stage performer,
those should be as flashy as possible. I'm talking about like every day. Huh?
Jessica, so as that stage performer,
Wait, say that again?
what looks good for you? What could you get away with when you were on a cruise ship, or if you were just warming up on a rehearsal on a live show?
Oh man. Well, thanks for asking, Brian. So, Kelly, 2 questions.
Yes.
I would love. First of all, I'm a huge overalls, romper, pants, suit kind of person, and the things that I've noticed online are actually sold out or on back order or something. So I was curious if you could give us any little info about that. But to piggyback on what you just said, Brian, I could definitely wear one of those pantsuit things with heels, and it would be a great. I wouldn't be performing, but if I were to wander around upstairs in the guest area where you have to look presentable and nice because people recognize you, but you're still chilling, done and done. I want it. I'm gonna put it on and rock it with some heels.
Well, that's why we did the elevated. The elevated, you can wear it to the gym, you can wear it to the grocery store, or you can throw on a crop top and a leather jacket and some boots and roll out in that. So elevated is going to be like a more special situation. As far as overalls and rompers, I'm an overall and romper person too. Like, I love just wearing tank tops and overalls. And we experimented with that, and it's just not a big. So when I add those things, it's for my own. I'm like, I need overalls, so I'm just gonna make them. And they do sell, but it's not as up there as the leggings. So when in terms of restocking, I restock it when I try to get all the basics restocked that I know people are going to buy, and then I can be selfish and make myself some new overalls and to the site to see if people respond.
Of course.
But
sure.
yeah, I want them back, and we will have them back in August.
Sweet.
Nice.
I got about 5 minutes on this. Kelly, so Tuesdays you're in your factories days. Is that correct? Is that right?
Is my what?
What is Tuesdays? You're in the factory making stuff on Tuesdays. Is that right?
Well, I mean, our factories are working every day, but I usually go downtown once a week. So just to check in and make sure on the same page, and that's usually on Tuesdays or Wednesdays.
What I'm asking, is it possible to get you for like another half an hour? Can we do that if I stop it and come back? Is that possible? So you could show us stuff? Is that possible?
I'm not in the factory today. Today we have photo shoots at the office. So I'll be at the warehouse with our social team when we have two models and a fit model coming. So it'll be more like the photography side of things.
Cool.
But next,
I have not seen your pants yet.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, you're gonna.
I want to try them.
You're gonna love them. Well,
Yay.
Brian, if all of you email me your information and the size or your height, if you give me your height and weight and what size jeans you wear, I can size. You're probably all small. Then I would love to send you guys out a pair.
Oh,
for sure.
I would love that.
Yeah. And then you can also like tell me what you like and what you don't like. Like, do you like animal prints? Do you like more casual stuff or dressier stuff? And I would love to get you guys out a little package.
Awesome.
Victoria,
Thank you.
Victoria, she's got these amazing peachy coral metallic ones that I already ordered.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
really?
the leopard?
I'll get those ones too, so we can match.
With those,
Is it the leopard?
they
Yeah.
were so cute.
It's subtle.
Sorry.
It wasn't a big leopard, but it's got a neat hue to it.
Okay.
It's really nice fabric.
Oh, nice.
Great
Kelly.
stuff. Great.
Yes.
Kelly, I want to know, how can we help you with this, with the team that we have set up around the country, actually around the world, really? What do you need? How can we help you? Because I told you what I can do to expand your brand, but what do you need right now?
Well, I mean, I guess what I need right now is just more like awareness and be honest with you. We have a lot of people who are knocking us off and taking advantage of the things that they learned from working with me and stealing trade secrets. And, it really upsets me because I'm one of those people who I've worked hard from the time I was 15. I always had 3 jobs. I always, I've never asked for anything. No one's ever bought me anything. I want to buy it myself. I do it myself. I'll change my own tire. I'll change my own oil. I don't need anything, right? So that's been my personality throughout the whole thing. So, and then work hard and be honest and always pay your debt, right? And so then when you have these young girls who come and work for you or are influencers and they see what you've done and what you've built, for some reason, it's a really strange thing. They have a sense of entitlement of I'm just going to take that. And so we do have a lot of influencers that we've worked with in the past and a couple of employees that worked for us for a really long time who have just decided to just take it and try to promote it as their own. We even had a past employee who said that CuteBooty was her idea and she created everything from start to finish. So we would have models coming in asking where the owner was. And I'm like, hi. And it's like, no, the girl with the tattoos. And I'm like, what? My personal assistant? And I was just like, oh my God, what is this?
That happens in every single industry. Every single industry. I've had personal trainers who worked for me who I was a trainer when they were still pooping in their diapers, and they claimed to be the top trainer of the gym. And I'm like, what? It blows my mind what people think they can get away with saying.
I had a girl take my song and tour in China.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, it happens.
When you say every industry, like every industry.
Every industry. You just have to let them do their thing because they look like a fool.
Yes.
And everybody around them knows it. If you just keep forward, don't look back, just keep on the straight and narrow, you're going to be just fine. Those people, they fail, they eat each other up. Let it all happen behind you.
And plus, there's no way you can't duplicate yourself as much as you want to, or people think that they can. You guys are unique and successful because of how you've done things and what you've built from within. And so when someone doesn't build it from within, I mean, it looks great, especially with social media. You can portray anything. But eventually it is of cards, and we know how much hard work it is to create a brand and to maintain the integrity and the future of the brand. So yes, my biggest revenge, right, but I understand that, but I think what I'm asking for is just support, like what we're doing right now. I think this is great. Just talking about it, brand awareness and support. Like I don't really know. I don't ask for anything, so I don't really know what to ask for.
Well, like I said, I've known since September what I was going to do with you. I told Dan Linda was on that show. I know exactly what to do with your brand because I'm against people taking other people's property. That's one reason why I call it Reviews and More. And then I get all the girls together because it's not about me. It's about their particular brands. I told Linda Steele that. I told Jessica that. Jessica took us to our, she rescued me and Katarina and Terry last year, who you met last September, and then brought us to our show in Tennessee. Those two shows that she saw still haven't been aired. I'm still waiting for that person to air those shows. Victoria was on it when we shot it in 2018. So she's on 3.6 million views out of Tennessee alone. Victoria. So again, that's one reason why a Harper numbers, it's all about people being a team as teams, Linda would say, and doing what doing. And then having Sherry up in British Columbia, I can't wait for her to come down from Canada because she's been on 8 shows and she's got 19,000 views herself on 8 shows. So if you just look at someone's Instagram, it doesn't do them justice because it says she's got 19,000 followers, but she's got 8 shows with 19,000 views.
Exactly.
So what I want to do with this is give you a website before you leave.
Okay. It's cutebooty.com, and you can email me, kelly@cutebooty.com, and I'll email you guys back my phone number. And so you can just contact me anytime. I don't know, just like it's great to have a group of women who can support each other, who are in the same industry as far as like what we're all trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's great.
It is.
I apologize for being late.
Hey, so with that, so for Sherry Nelson, Linda Steele, Jessica Heim, Victoria, this is Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, Women on TV.tv and IT247 out of Franklin, Tennessee. We will see you next